Matthew 25, verse 35 and 36 is where Jesus talks to us about being practical in the gospel and how we should live our lives. And there it tells us that we should clothe the naked. Now, that might seem unusual to you that people need clothing, but today people do need clothing. And it's part of our responsibility to see what we can do. So this is an area where we can serve the Lord Jesus, and by doing it, we're actually preaching the gospel by physically helping someone who is in need. Now, if you're like me, you've always got something in the wardrobe that you haven't worn for the last 12, 18 months, 2 years. It's time you passed it on. Even if you only take it down to your local charity shop and you give it to them so they can give it away or sell it cheaply. I remember a good time ago when I first became a Christian. Before I'd become a Christian, I was reasonably wealthy and I had 10 suits in my wardrobe. Then I gave my life to Jesus. I had 12 suits in my wardrobe. And then I came to know Jesus, and my life completely changed. And I wanted to serve him and to follow him and do the things that would please him. And so there came a time when there was a revolution in one of the African nations. And our pastor on the Sunday said, there are some people that are coming out of this nation and they're coming home, and they're coming home with a pair of shorts and a vest to wear. They have no clothes at all. And I felt challenged in my spirit having these 12 suits in my wardrobe. So I went up to that wardrobe, I opened it up, and I put my arms in, and I took 10 of those suits and I took them downstairs to my car, and I put them in the back of the car, and I drove round to my pastor's house. And I knocked on his door and I said, Mr. Young, you know, I've been really challenged by what you've told me about these people that are coming out of Africa with nothing to wear. Do you think they might like a suit? He said, I think they would love a suit. And so I went back to the car and I took these 12 lovely suits out of my car and I gave them to him. Now, at the end of that, I became what we called a herald. And for 2 years, I served for nothing. I gave my job up and went to work for other churches. And when I came home, I was getting married, and the best suit I had left then had a hole in the seat of the pants. And I said, Lord, I would like a new suit to get married in. So I went to Burton's and ordered one. And that evening, I'd offered to volunteer to help decorate one of our elderly couples' homes. When I left, Mrs. Archer pressed an envelope into my hands. And when I opened it, it was exactly the right money for my suit. And she'd written in there, God told me to give you this for your suit. I tell you what, if you give to God, God never is your debtor. He will always repay you. God bless you.